Don't break your own heart by sharing it. Being an artist myself, I know artists have poetic license. So much so they can string nonsense about anything, including the heart. That said, I'm telling you that it is misguided to perceive the human heart as being able to communicate, such as to make utterances. Uh, the heart is the energy center, and its function is to distribute blood throughout the body. The center of communications is the brain, only the brain. Huh. Without saying so, people speak of their heart when they speak of their feelings. Therefore, the duo dynamic they are referring to is the thought and emotion. The head, that is the mind, and the heart speak the same language and go in one and the same direction, except that thoughts are dry and often come in rapid fire, while emotions take their time to marinate. So the emotions are the juicy portion of the same thoughts. You cannot think negative thoughts about a person for an extended period of time without having your emotions follow in the same direction. If you want to discuss head and heart dynamics in terms of vulnerabilities whenever you are either in a battle or at war, then, like I said, with the head you play the mind games, referred to as psychological warfare. And in the same context, the heart would be the supply line, where you cut off the flow of the enemy's supplies, whether that be fuel, ammunition, manpower, machinery, and the like. As a human being, you need to understand the nature of your mind and to always be in control of it. The mind is a storage with memory gathered from outside, material that is past, unfiltered old material that cannot create a single thing. Therefore, you should not be thinking from your memory, for it is only recycling. You should be creating fresh thoughts for today and material for the future. What you want to see happening in the world. The mind is a complex machine that only works with the data contained inside. People get trapped in their minds whenever they dwell in the past, which is a waste of time. As well, it's also a waste of time to become preoccupied with the future, what mostly happens to those living in fear of what may or may not happen. Unless you take control of your mind, it will tell you what to do. I am saying that your mind never goes anywhere. People talk that way when they are not in control of their minds. Also, followers, i.e., believers and sycophants, who are told what to do. You should neither believe nor disbelieve a darn thing, no matter who says, until it enters your experience. You should always think for yourself. Life is an expedition, and your intellect is your tool for exploration. Your intellect wants to know, not believe. If you anchor in religion, how can you set sail? Unless you set sail, how can you explore and experience God, experience the nature of your own existence, experience life? Truth and reality are what come naturally. If you have to invent them, then it's a darn lie. Truth and reality are related in that truth is something you can only realize for yourself. It's when you have that aha moment, whenever you say, now I got it. You should neither look up to anyone nor look down on anyone. See yourself and others through a plain mirror. See people for who they are. See the truth and reality. God is real and so is life. You being a chemical factory, you must create pleasantness throughout your system, in your body, energy system, thought and emotion. So you're always peaceful and joyful here, mentally. As a chemical factory, you are able to make your emotions sweet, all of them. So you're always loving and compassionate. However, there are people who create the poisons such as hatred, anger, directed at others outside themselves, except whenever you create anger and hatred, you are drinking it yourself. Therefore, oh man, what sense does that make? You must never give anyone the satisfaction of controlling your emotions. Always remain 100% in control of yourself. In body, energy system, thought, and emotion. Let those be the four wheels of your vehicle as you drive, with your spirit. People who are having problems are the ones setting boundaries from their reptilian brain. Yeah, that is the nature of it. Boundary setting. A dog uses it to pee on every darn light post, going I, me, my. Yeah, the ones using their intellect, housed in the cerebral cortex, the intellect. That's what you should be doing. Elevate and use your intellect. The intellect, which is the conduit through which you experience God and how you feel, think, and experience life, you can only do so consciously, not compulsively. Consciousness and awareness is a spiritual process, an exercise to which you can only surrender. You cannot know God through logic. You can only surrender to this process. Logic is for reasoning, making analysis. It's a sharp knife, huh? Or scalpel that you use to dissect things. However, it is not a tool for stitching. No, not for forming a relationship, for experience, and either forming a relationship with God or knowing the nature of your own existence. Spirituality is something to which you can only surrender. It's not a weak concept by any stretch when you're talking about spirituality. That's the only avenue, because logic is ruled out. Therefore, you can only know God the same way you'd know a prostitute, hypothetically, through the experience of a one-night stand with the prostitute relationship. And that's perfectly legal and spiritual knowledge you acquire. Yeah? Well, I will leave you with that. Let it be so. Ita wala tiya. Gan. Kaya si saya. Ayo.